trying to keep it together.
You're a brave woman.
Thank you. I try.
Today is not a good day to be Diddy. In fact, we're betting that it's chaos for Diddy's PR team right now, wondering what the fuss is all about. Well, Diddy's ex-partner and R&B singer Cassandra Ventura exposed the rapper for doing some pretty nasty things. Apparently, the image that Diddy has been portraying of himself all these years is just a ruse. Behind the scenes, he's an abusive and violent man. In fact, with Cassandra, whose stage name is Cassie, coming forward, the rumors about Diddy putting a hit on Tupac seem all too real. Just what did Cassie say in those court documents? And should Diddy look into hiring the best law firm for himself? Welcome back to Star Spills, where we'll be talking about how Diddy's ex Cassie exposed him for years of violence, abuse, and human trafficking. But before we give you the deets, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to our channel for more videos. Cassie and Diddy first met in 2005. Back then, Cassie was only 19 years old and Diddy was 37 years old. Honestly, Cassie should have run for the hills right then, because a man almost twice your age taking interest in you. Yes, that's not a good sign.
It's a little bit of a switch up, a total energy change.
Yeah.
However, she made the mistake of getting into a relationship with him and suffered for it. To be fair, she was an impressionable young girl back then.
But do you believe in love at first sight?
I do. I do.
Was it love at first sight with your boyfriend?
It was a long time ago.
But it looks like Cassie is done hiding in the shadows. She's looking for some serious payback right now by filing a case against him.
Your boyfriend's sitting next to you, and you and Terrence are...
Yeah.
What does that feel like?
It's work. It feels, I mean, obviously there's a little bit of anxiety.
The R&B singer filed a case against the rapper in a Manhattan court on November 16, 2023. Now, the court documents dish out some serious allegations that are not for the faint of heart. Cassie said that the years she spent with Diddy were one of the darkest times of her life. She also said the music mogul put her through years of abuse. He even went as far as to violate her in her own home. And if you thought that was bad, according to Cassie, Diddy also forced her to engage in despicable acts with male workers. That said, Cassie's lawsuit spills a lot more details. According to her, the rapper was responsible for blowing up a car that belonged to fellow rapper Kid Cudi, all because Diddy learned that Cudi was interested in her woman. And guess what? Cudi backed up Cassie's claims, saying that he saw the entire thing himself. In her statement, Cassie said, "After years in silence and darkness, I am finally ready to tell my story and to speak up on behalf of myself and for the benefit of other women who face violence and abuse in their relationships." With the expiration of New York's Adult Survivors Act fast approaching, it became clear that this was an opportunity to speak up about the trauma I have experienced and that I will be recovering from for the rest of my life. For context, the Adult Survivors Act is a New York law that grants victims of abuse a one-year window to file a civil lawsuit despite the statute of limitations having expired. Unfortunately, the act is set to expire on November 23, 2023, which is why Cassie chose to make the most of his opportunity.
What makes you guys work?
Well, I think what makes any relationship work, if it is working, is, just not talking about it too much and just keeping it close to your heart.
Now, keep in mind that Diddy has been linked to violent crimes over the years. He's been accused of ordering a hit on Tupac and orchestrating Biggie's murder. So far, these rumors have been just that, rumors. But with Cassie coming forward, it seems like there's a violent side of Diddy that the public did not know. So far, Diddy has not addressed the rumors, but his lawyer, Ben Brafman, did make a statement to Business Insider, and it seems like he's defending his client. The lawyer said, "Mr. Combs vehemently denies these offensive and outrageous allegations. For the past 6 months, Mr. Combs has been subjected to Ms. Ventura's persistent demand of $30 million under the threat of writing a damaging book about their relationship, which was unequivocally rejected as blatant blackmail. Despite withdrawing her initial threat, Ms. Ventura has now resorted to filing a lawsuit riddled with baseless and outrageous lies, aiming to tarnish Mr. Combs' reputation and seeking a payday." However, Cassie's lawyer, Douglas Wigder, is telling a different story. According to him, Diddy offered Cassie a sum total of 8 figures to buy her silence, but she flat out refused. She couldn't let him go that easy. As per the lawsuit, the two met in 2005 and proceeded to work together. Cassie released her hit single, Me and You, and a few demos under Diddy's wing. He was certainly impressed because he signed her on his music label Bad Boy Records. However, that proved to be Cassie's biggest mistake, because before she knew it, she was being pushed into a drug-fueled lifestyle. As if that wasn't enough, she also entered into a romantic relationship with one of the most powerful men in the entertainment industry and a controlling man who was 2 decades older than her. To be fair, Diddy was the one who pursued her like crazy. Cassie was only there to push her career. In fact, Diddy invited himself to her 21st birthday and forced her to make out with him. Now, Cassie couldn't stop him because 1, he was her boss, and 2, she was an up-and-coming artist. He could have easily ended her career right there and then. According to the lawsuit, Diddy was incredibly abusive and controlling during the course of the relationship. He went as far as to beat Cassie in front of his staff. This one time in 2015, Diddy beat up Cassie badly, leaving her with 2 black eyes and a bruised lip. What's worse is that the rapper's bodyguard and assistant saw everything and chose to do nothing except cry. Well, it's not like tears helped her. They should have called the cops. That said, Diddy knew how to hide his tracks. After beating up Cassie, he used to hide her in hotels. A smart play on his part, because if fans saw her with a black eye on the red carpet, they were going to ask a lot of questions. What's more, the rapper used to shower her with gifts following incidents of physical violence. If you've ever read up on abuse, you'll know that this is a classic pattern for an abuser.
I gotta give a special thank you to the people that was really like there for me. Also Cassie for holding me down in the dark times. Love.
He controlled every aspect of her life. In a statement to the New York Times, the singer said that the relationship was nothing but a cycle of abuse, violence, and human trafficking. Yes, that's right. Diddy has meddled with human trafficking as well, according to Cassie. And for some weird reason, he also used to ask the singer to hold his gun in her purse. Now fans don't know why the rapper would do something like that. Maybe he just wanted her to know that he could end her life anytime he wanted, which is kinda crazy when you think about it. Despite the abuse, Cassie ended up staying with the rapper for a good 10 years. But before you decide to come for her, understand that she had no choice. Diddy threatened her with more abuse if she decided to ever leave him. And considering all the connections that Diddy has in the industry, it wasn't entirely impossible for him. He put Cassie on the map and he could easily take her off it. That said, he did put up a show when Cassie left her.
Man, I ain't gonna lie. I've been holding a lot of shit in lately. Man, I just had like a 3.5-hour cry.
And that's all for today. What do you think of the situation? Is Cassie telling the truth? Did Diddy actually do these things? Is the rapper going to address the situation? Make sure to leave a like and subscribe to our channel for more videos. We'll see you next time with more updates from the celebrity world.